brag, Buena coach Joseph Thomas, going into your 8th year
Yes, sir.
here in Sierra Vista.
Yep.
You know, great program, the way you've been able to build it up. And what are you most proud about here at Buena, how you've been able to do that?
Well, the culture, the community support. The kids keep coming out year after year. We get better and successful. And the good thing is, it's not just about the wins. Because even with the season that we had last year, we still have kids coming out. We still have kids motivated. So, when Trevor was doing his interview, he talked about not just the on the field type stuff, but the life skills. So a lot of kids come through and they know that through Buena football, we're going to win some games, we're going to be successful, but they also leave here with something that's, I think, bigger than just the wins on Friday night, Thursday nights. There's life skills, teach them how to be young men, in the community and do good things. So, those are the bigger wins, like off the field, that we see. 20 years from now, I'll look back, I'm not probably going to be able to tell you how many games we won in 2022, but when I can look at these kids here and they've started their lives, or they've gone off to college, or they're getting degrees, starting families, and they're doing things like that, those are the bigger wins that are going to last a lot longer. So just the community support and just how the kids are buying into the program and the expectation that we have here, accountability, commitment, teamwork, they work hard, and just bringing the best out of them. So just for them to come and fight every day, I might not be the easiest guy to get along with. I'm kind of stricter. We want to stick to what we got to do. We want to handle business, but I think sometimes in life, that you're going to have to be that way. But we do like to have fun too. But just the tenacity that these guys have, and they're aggressive and they're competitive and they keep coming out, and I like that about them.
Yeah, and talking to some other coaches, and you were part of that coaching staff that was on that part of that All-Star game.
Right.
Talking to some of them, I mean, there has been some openings in the Southern Arizona,
Yeah.
but you're committed to here. I mean, you've stuck here. Some of them thought that maybe you might try to go
Right.
somewhere else, but and who knows our future is.
Right.
It might happen still, but just you're committed to this program. Why is that?
So, when we took our lumps the first couple of years, right? And now, we're able to do some things and, see the fruits of our labor, and the biggest thing is, the kids in the community, the kids, they come in as freshmen, and if I fall in love with them as freshmen, then I want to see them through their senior year. I never want to leave them hanging. I've had my time to play high school, college football. This is their time. I see other programs where, the kids have new coaches all the time. I came in, I think I was the 12th coach in 18 years or something like that. The turnover was too much, especially here at Buena. I think I'm the second longest tenure coach here. Truman Williamson, I think he was here 20-something years. I'm going into 8 years, and I'm already the second longest tenure at age 39. But the kids need stability. And that's one of my interview coaches. I feel like stability in coaching is a must for these kids to be successful. And that's something that I pride myself on. So I'm here. We're still not where we need to be, right? Even though the program's being developed, but ideally I want this program to get to where it's going to develop itself. And every year, there's jobs that open up. I don't tell the kids about it all the time. I don't even talk about it because I'm not going to entertain it. I'm still here. So I'm here, and we're getting more support by the community. The admin's on board, the superintendent, so everybody's on board. So we're coming together tighter as a family. And with that, it just, it's not a matter of being comfortable. It's a matter of now we can do what we have to do. We're all working together. We're firing on all cylinders. My son, coming in as a freshman, he had the opportunity to go to another school in Casa Grande where his mom's at. He wanted to come here to Buena, so I'm here, and not just for him. I've been here 8 years before he started. So now that he's here, I don't want to move him from school to school. So, the next 4 years, I plan to continue to build and do some good things here. And then, after 4 years, we'll see where we're at. But I do plan on, being here the next 4 years. Other jobs open up and things like that. But I'm not entertaining that because my mindset's here with Buena. My favorite color is blue. I love it, So I'm here. And these kids are great. They're great kids, community, administration, everybody here. They're great, and we're having a good time.
Now, what do you like most about this year's team? You do lose a lot of seniors,
Right.
but you do have some good young talent.
Yeah, we do, and it's as a head coach, when you know, right? I wasn't disappointed last year because I knew who we were playing, I knew how competitive we were, and we were learning, right? So we won games, and then we learned. Yeah, it was an L on the scoreboard, but we learned during those times, and we know how to get better. And these kids that are coming back, they're going to work even harder. Our young guys, with the freshman quarterback, freshman running back, young guys at different positions. These guys over here as juniors. We took an L on the scoreboard, but we learned a lot. And just feeding into next year, it's like, okay, I knew other teams were loaded. that we played. I knew that they were going to lose a lot of people, and so just being able to learn from that and going into this year, it's going to be good. I think we're going to be real successful. I think we're going to have a good time doing some good things. A couple games last year we only lost by 7. We went up to Desert View, we lost by 7. That was a game we should have won. We lost to Marana Mountain View game by 7. That's another. So just one score game, on a couple of those games, and of course there were some games we got blown out. But the crew that we have coming back, like I said, they're excited. They're coming back. I think I don't want to say a chip on their shoulder necessarily, because I know that they understood how it was last year. But I think this year, with the favorable schedule, and we got guys that are hungry, and now a lot of our young guys are a little bit seasoned, and with some good senior leadership, I think we're gonna have a good time. Real aggressive offensively, we're gonna be able to run the ball, pass the ball well. I think defensively, I think we're gonna give some fits. It's I don't want to call it and say it's our 2019 team yet, but if our guys can stay healthy, do some things, I think our defense is gonna be real aggressive. I love our D line. We go with our vets group on the offensive line. I think we'll be pretty nasty too. So in the front, when those guys are handling that, and we were talking earlier, we did a lot of 7s. We saw our skill guys. Our linemen were able to go up and compete in a lot of the lineman challenges. They won one. And with our skill guys, we have a lot of good skill guys. So I think our line is going to be that difference maker in the game. Hey, if our defensive line comes to play tonight, it gives us a better chance. Our offensive line, puts a body on a body, then we're going to move the ball well. So it's exciting. Young group. Love these guys, and I love them on the field. I love them off the field, and I think that they're gonna play well for us, and I think that we're gonna represent Buena High School in the city of Sierra Vista well this year.
Yeah, I know one of your concerns last year, you had 4 quarterbacks, possible 4 quarterbacks, but it seems like now that position you have young talent. Freshman last year, that with Moore was your quarterback last year. Then you're going to get Elias Dyson after the first 5 games.
Right.
So you must feel a lot better about that position now going into this year, right?
Yeah. Last year when we were uncertain about the quarterback play, we put a lot more pressure on our defense. Of course, you could score 42, but if your defense is giving up 43, you lose the game. So, we had a lot of pressure on our defense to do some things. This year going in, we know who our guys are going to be. And we don't just give spots. Kids got to earn it. We're always pushing them. Hey, Mark talked about bringing the dog out of them. Yeah, we want to see who's going to be that dog in the fight. So we put them in position and we mix things up, and it's random stuff. One day we'll take a starter and we make him second string, and we'll see how he responds. And he goes on second string and destroys things. So we try to mix it up a lot. But knowing that we have our quarterback, we have some backups. It does feel real good. I don't know any head coach or offensive coordinator that's comfortable going into a season not knowing who their quarterback's going to be. You got to be able to move the ball. You got to be able to have somebody that has some leadership. I was real hard on Nash last year, and that was for a reason, because going into sophomore year, I knew that things were going to be a little bit easier, and so now he can handle the hard a little bit easier, right? So then now he's going to be like, oh, coach didn't get mad at me as much. I'm still going to get mad at him as much, but now he can handle it a little bit better, right? He's going to be able to make those decisions, and I think that he feels comfortable with the line that he has in front of him. We're real comfortable gambling on offense right now, because I think our defense is going to do real well. I'm on the scout side when our first defense is up, and it's pretty scary when those guys come and do their job. So it's comfortable. It's exciting. It feels good. Like I said, I don't want to compare it yet to that 2019 team, but it is exciting with this young group and the guys. And we stay healthy. We keep our grades up. We take care of business in the classroom, and then I think you guys are going to see some exciting things out of Buena Colts this year.
Great. Well, we'll look forward to it. It seems like it's a wide open region this year. So it could be any team's region. So
it is.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah. And going into the first region play with Cienega, they have a tough road ahead. They have some good games on their schedule. They're going to be good. And we'll find out how good we're going to be. And go in and compete against those guys. Last time we were at their place, we lost to them 19-26. In years further down, they've blown us out. But our kids are excited. There's a couple games on the schedule, and in years past, our kids didn't want to play South Point. They didn't want to play Cienega. And now it's like, hey, let's we got to play who we got to play. Chips are going to fall where they may, but we're not afraid to play anybody. And that's not a cocky thing. That's not saying we're better than anybody, but who's ever on our schedule, we're going to line up and play. They beat us. We beat them, then we move on. But we're excited, and that's that part of that mentality that used to change before. That's been changing, because it didn't used to be that before. It's like, oh, we got Cienega on the schedule. Oh, we're not going to do well. So you kind of already put yourself mentally down. But this year, they want to play Marana, who's going to be a good team. They want to play Cienega, who's going to be a good team. We don't underestimate anybody. We're going to take every opponent seriously. We're going to study them seriously. We're going to handle our business the best way we can. And of course, we practice and play to win every game. At the end of the fourth quarter, we're going to see if we practiced well enough or played well enough to win the game.
Great. Well, best of luck to you. Thank you for doing this.
Oh, thank you for making the trip down. We appreciate that. We talked years ago where, teams would love, a lot of teams, they wanted Buena on their schedule for a homecoming, or, they didn't want to come here because it was going to be an easy win. And then it got to a point where we were competitive. And, now teams like, yeah, if we play Buena, we know we're going to get a good game and things like that. And, for you and, showing up and supporting us and, making the trip down here just to say, hey, what's the buzz down there at Buena? We appreciate that, coming from Tucson. So when you set this up, I appreciate you, and the guys were excited to do that. And it shows them like, hey, you do what you got to do down here. Somebody's going to come see you. Somebody's going to come find you, for all your viewers and everything watching this. So we appreciate you. Well, it was easy for us to travel, 10 minutes down the road to high school. You were already at another school, and now you got to go back. So we appreciate you for your time.
Well, this is all fun, and I appreciate it, and best of luck to you this year. We'll look forward to seeing you guys develop.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate you. Thank you.